When families are thinking about moving to St. Johns County, the number one thing that usually comes up, even before neighborhoods or commute times, is schools. Everyone's heard the hype about how great the schools are around here, and it's true. But if you're trying to figure out which part of the county is right for your family, it's not as simple as all the schools are good. Because they're all a little different. Different zones, different programs, different vibes. So today we're going to talk about what you really need to know when comparing school zones in St. Johns County and how to start narrowing down your options. If we haven't met yet, I'm JoshRogers. I've been a real estate agent for the past 15 years, and I lead the F3 home team right here in St. Johns County. We help relocating families find the perfect home for their lifestyle and budget. And a huge part of that conversation always involves school zones. So if a move to St. Johns County is somewhere on your radar and you want help understanding the different areas, just shoot me a quick text. I'll help you think through your budget, your timeline, and which neighborhoods might be the right fit based on your school preferences. Here's what makes this a tricky decision for a lot of people. St. Johns County is among the top school district in the entire state of Florida. So when you're coming from out of state, it's easy to assume that any school will be a great option. And while that's mostly true, there are definitely some differences to be aware of. For example, some high schools are known for their athletics. Others are strong in arts or STEM. Some offer career academies, others offer IB or AP heavy tracks. And zoning boundaries can get really specific, sometimes changing from one street to the next. So instead of trying to look at test scores or rankings alone, the better approach is to think about your teen's learning style, interests, and future goals. Then match that with the neighborhood that gives you access to those options. Now let's run through a few of the high schools that come up most often in conversations with relocating families. Bartram Trail High School is located in the northwest part of the county. It's a well-established school with strong academics and one of the best athletic programs in the area. If your teen is into sports, leadership, or looking for a traditional high school experience with a ton of school spirit, Bartram has a great reputation. It's zoned to areas like Julington Creek and parts of the Racetrack Road corridor. Creekside High School, on the other hand, sits in the Durbin Crossing and St. John's Forest area. This school has a very strong academic focus, lots of AP courses, high-performing students, and tons of extracurriculars. The campus is newer than Bartram's and draws a lot of families who value academics but still want that balanced high school experience. Now there's Nease High School, which is in Ponte Vedra and is known for its International Baccalaureate program, which is a more rigorous track with global recognition. If your child is more academic, self-driven, or looking for college-level challenges, Nease might be worth exploring. The school also has solid programs in arts and athletics, and it's zoned to neighborhoods on the eastern side of the county. Tocoi Creek High School is one of the newer schools in the county, serving the World Golf Village and Silverleaf area. It's got all the modern facilities, growing programs, and a strong focus on innovation and technology. If you're looking in some of the newer, master-planned communities, there's a good chance this will be your zone school. Then there's Beachside High School, which is another newer school located further south in the county, and it's zoned to some of the communities near County Road 210 and US 1. It's modern, it's growing, and it has a lot of energy and momentum behind it. Now keep in mind, these schools are just part of the picture. If your kids are younger, you'll also want to pay attention to elementary and middle school zoning, because those can vary even within the same high school feeder pattern. So here's where this ties back to real estate. The school zone you want is going to impact where you can buy. A lot of people come in saying, we want to be zoned to Bartram or Creekside, and that automatically narrows down the neighborhoods we look at. Some communities are split between zones. Some are assigned to schools that are currently capped or close to capacity. And yes, rezoning does happen, especially with how fast St. Johns County is growing. That's why when I'm working with families, we always double-check zoning maps and current enrollment updates, because it's not just about what's true on paper. It's about what's actually happening on the ground right now. Now, if you're early in the process and still just gathering info, I'd love to invite you to my private Facebook group. And it's full of families who are asking the same questions you are: neighborhoods, schools, commute times, cost of living, all of it. You can post questions, read through past threads, and even connect with people who already live here and have kids in the local schools. It's one of the best ways to get real, honest insight from people living it day to day. At the end of the day, all the schools in St. Johns County are strong, but that doesn't mean they're all the same. The key is figuring out what kind of environment your teen will thrive in, then matching that with a neighborhood that fits your lifestyle, budget, and commute preferences. So if you're planning a move to St. Johns County and want help comparing your options, shoot me a text. I'll help you figure out which school zones line up with what your family needs, and we'll map out the neighborhoods that actually make sense for your price point and timeline. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.